We're going to be talking about bots, bad bots in particular. You may have heard of the dead internet theory. It plays into that as well, quite closely, I would say. Cyber security firm estimates that 37% of all internet traffic is made up of bad bots, not good bots. So what I'm getting at is the number is likely way higher, but they're counting the bad bots. So the dead internet theory says that there's actually not that many people on the internet, that most of the people you're talking to are bots. And I've always been like, fuck, that's an interesting theory. I don't believe it 100%. I know there's real people online, but as time goes on, it becomes more and more true. And here is some proof that goes toward that. Cybersecurity firm Imperva. I guess they mean like impervious, but here anyway. Released a new report that claims 37% of all internet traffic is made up of bad bots. Automated traffic surpasses human activity, accounting for 51% of all web traffic.
That's interesting.
Bad bot activity has risen for the sixth consecutive year, with malicious bots now making up 37% of all internet traffic, a sharp increase from 32% in 2023. So 32 to 37 in a year.
That's quite a jump.
This article goes on to claim that it's most people botting their own channels to get their viewership up, to spoil the rest of my video. But anyway, I don't think that it is. I think, yes, that's a part of it. I think it's Google, Microsoft, and the billion other smaller corporations out there running their own bots. I think it's that. Oh, and it's politicians hiring bot farms to argue for them. It's a lot to do with this culture war that, and it has been proven. If you look back, it has very, very much been proven. They hire bots to argue against anything that doesn't fall in line with what they want you to, the ideology they want you to fall in line with.
Well, that makes sense. They that they do things like that, especially like with people on YouTube channels or whatever, bumping up their memberships, and the politicians and stuff doing that stuff.
So here's a simple chart. Global internet traffic profile in 2024. 49% human, 37% bad bot, and 14% good bot. Good bots. Yeah, yes, there are good bots, but that term alone just makes me want to go, nah, good bots, what?
I didn't know there was such a thing.
No, there are bots that help you with certain functions. There are indeed good bots, but hearing the term makes you want to go, hell no, there's no such thing. But anyway, as shared by Twitch CEO Dan Clancy earlier this week, bots are also being used to commit fraud by duping streaming companies in order to extract ad revenue. Of course, they're going to phrase it like fraud, like what they're doing isn't fraud.
Yeah.
Okay. Generations of people now have been taught one way to make money is get online and run your mouth like we're doing. It doesn't really make money. I mean, if you're young and hyper, black or gay, you stand a lot better chance. Especially if you fall in line with, the ideology, you definitely have a better chance. But not for people like us.
No.
But here's the thing. It's also been these companies going, do this and you will make money. So it's not just, oh, the young people think that's the thing to do now. It's they're putting it out there going, no, come over here and do your videos. We'll pay you. But then they find every way they can not to pay you. Give you a good example. My hours on YouTube some days go 60 hours at a time in reverse. I should have been monetized a year ago.
Yeah.
the watch hours. Watch hours might read 60 for a video, and then I look at it again, 40, 20, 10. That
Yeah.
is, and he's gonna go, they're committing fraud. No, motherfucker, you companies are committing fraud.
Oh yeah, big time. But when they do it, it's okay. You know, they don't call it fraud. They call it something else.
Anyway, Twitch is I think anybody who knows anything knows Twitch is on the way out. Okay, so it's on small streamers, but thousands of them, because if they can create 1,000 bogus accounts, then they create view bots, then they can create bogus revenue. For one, you companies have bots to keep that from happening. Two, these small users are not create thousands of accounts. They're not like mad going, I've created 100 accounts this hour. I need to create 900 more before the night's up. This is not happening. They may be hiring Chinese companies to be like, I'll pay you this much if you bought this much in my channel. That is happening, not by me, but it is happening.
Yeah.
Still, I retain that it is more so these companies doing the fraud than the users trying to get ahead. With,
Yeah, I think so
what
too.
they're making the offer. Hey, come do this for us. You'll do good, and then you don't do good, and they're doing everything they can to fuck your shit over. And then you're like, you can't do this, you can't say this, and you can't show this. Oh, you have to think this way. Now you have to prove you're an adult. They're committing the fraud.
Yeah.
Now, not everybody can have a big hit Twitch or YouTube or what have you channel. That's okay. But when you're getting close to reaching their criteria, and then they're like, we're not gonna let it happen, they're doing the fraud.
Yeah. I think so too. And they ought to be ashamed of themselves. They get people roped into their system, and these people are basically running the rat race trying to get monetized and stuff like that. And right when they're about to do it, the company will go, oh, well, you did this, so we're not going to let you get monetized.
I've known channels that get fully deplatformed, and then they're like, we don't have to give you a reason.
Yeah. And that's wrong.
And, and I've known channels get demonetized over a silly, like, 4-second clip that they're like, oh, back in the 70s, this was on a commercial.
Yeah.
Or you're showing women in bikinis. You can't do that.
Yeah.
But the big streamers can. The big streamers can do all that and more. Who's doing the fraud here? Now back to base here. The dead internet theory. There's 51% counting the good bots, as they put it. 51% of the internet is not humans. No, to be fair, they said traffic on the internet. But how often do you post anything anywhere online and get a thread of 100+ people telling you how wrong you are?
Oh, very often, especially on Reddit.
Okay, now imagine if it was actual people, you will get a certain percentage, whether it be 10 or 20 or 50, who will go, hey, you're on to something. I agree with you. I support you. But you don't.
Yeah.
You get heaps of hate. These bots aren't on here going, yay, good job, keep it up. Unless they're replying to a figurehead, unless they're replying to someone in the public eye in a big way.
It's just another way to hurt people. That's all.
Okay, but at this rate, okay, I'll put it like this. At this rate, how long is it going to be before virtually all of the internet is bots? And why? Because more and more people now don't fuck with the internet. They use it to stream their TV shows and movies and music. They might do it to make pictures, to make songs, using online AI to help them code. But how many people are on there talking anymore?
Not many. And
See, I
that's
remember
sad.
when you could get home internet in the 80s, back when the number wasn't even at 33.6 baud. You know, it was very slow, and you couldn't load an image, but you could go and talk in forums and such, and type of chat rooms that you still had to reload it, but it was kind of almost a real time chat. Oh, it was great the way you could strike up conversations. People would be there and they'd be supporting you, and everybody be happy to hear from each other. You could get real information, whether it be it's like I'm having this issue, how do I treat it? Or hey, do you know when this album came out? Or I own one of these, and everybody's like, cool, so do I, or I've always wanted one. And now it's like, you don't know what you're talking about. You need to go back to school. You're ignorant.
Yeah.
Or they come at you as an elitist. Now, question is are these bots, or is this just internet brain?
Well, I mean, it's you can't really have a conversation anymore online. You can't. It's like you said, it's just a wall of hatred and people being, or bots being smartasses.
Assuming these are real people, why are they so ate up with hate that they must day and night pick fights with people on the internet? What is so fucked in their head that causes this?
I don't know.
Okay, I don't like to think about this anymore. But hey, here's some information about the internet's mostly bots. And they're blaming small time streamers. But of course. And with that, I say fuck you to them. And I'm out.